It's all good. You good?
Hey there, everyone, and happy today. Michelle Lee here.
Woo!
And guess what? If you don't unmute yourself, well, right? So you heard nothing that I said, which is perfect. Why not? I can start all over again because that's what you do in your life. So happy today, Michelle Lee. And today I am here to share with you some awesome and amazing strategies that I've implemented in Facebook, generated unlimited free leads using certain strategies I'm going to share with you tonight. And, you know, have you leaving here with maybe a better understanding of Facebook before you came in, or maybe using it a little differently than you have been. You know, Mike and I both use Facebook for our business. However, both of us use strategies differently. We use the same strategy differently. And it's really kind of fun because I believe that no matter what social media you're using, you're always going to be doing something different than what other people are doing. You might be following the same strategy, but maybe you start your posts differently. You know, so there's lots of fun things you can do when you implement you into your yeah, you know those dings.
Yeah, you gotta go and meet.
I'm not touching anything. So this is my first webinar, guys, and I hear the little dings and stuff, and I'm just not going to touch anything because the truth is, always does all of this technical stuff. So I am not the most technical savvy. I mean, I can turn on a computer, run a computer, do all that fun stuff. You know, but I really kind of want to go back and share with a story about was with Facebook just 2 years ago. So I was on it was more than 2 years ago. I was on a little bit of a Facebook, what do you call it? I really did not like Facebook. I actually said the words that I never even used today. I hated Facebook. And when someone even mentioned Facebook, I'm like, I don't want to hear about Facebook, you know. Everybody talked about Facebook, and I was just so resistant. You know, I had a Facebook account. I used to have one, and then I had all my friends and family. I was very, very private about who could see my stuff, who would I allow in, and you know, people like friend requesting me, I'd like delete them. I was like scared. You know, I didn't want people in my life, and I just thought that Facebook was this place of exposure, so to say. And so I just kind of took a hiatus, about a 7-year hiatus of being on Facebook. And also, you know, I never used Facebook right when I did it. When I didn't want to like anything ever, because I'm like, if I like this person's post, I don't want to hear about this person saying, you know, that you liked my post, but why didn't you like, how come you didn't like, you know, this one? And it's just like, there's so much like little drama that I saw and experienced when it came to Facebook that I just literally stayed away. But now fast forward 2 years later, and here we are. Can I help you?
No, you're good.
You're very distracting to me right now. Actually, my hair is. But so yeah, so after just being ixnay on the Facebook, I really had all these negative feelings. Maybe you once did too, or maybe you kind of maybe feel that way now. You know, it wasn't until we got into the online business, the online world, network marketing, the whole bit, that I had to really come around to it. And there's a funny story because Mike didn't have Facebook either. So you know what it was like to meet someone else that like didn't like Facebook, and here we are, we both didn't like it, and it was like perfect because in my mind I had thought like people were using Facebook to like cheat on each other and go find their ex-boyfriends and girlfriends and all these weird, crazy things that I told myself. And so when we get online, you know, Mike's like, you know, I don't want you to be upset, but I started a Facebook account. And I'm like, really? Are we really? You're going to go down that route? And I remember being like, kind of like giving him a little hard time, just like kind of picking on him. Like, I can't believe you didn't like it all those years. Now you're just jumping on the bandwagon. Well, it was less than 3 months later that I was signing in to my new Facebook account. And that new Facebook account said Michelle Lee, because I didn't want any last name associated. I just wanted to start a whole new Facebook fresh. I don't want anyone there. No one I knew. And I did that for a whole year. And something really beautiful happened. It happened in my heart and in my mind, where I really kind of and I don't recommend this for everybody. I just happen to do this and just sharing with you the story. For that whole year, I found I was able to make new friends online. It wasn't until I learned that, like, on Twitter, you can actually type in hiking, and people who like to hike will show up. All of a sudden, tons of people who are into hiking, something that I'm interested in. I'm like, so you're telling me I can go find friends like on Twitter that like hiking, and then I can bring them to Facebook, and that's where I can do, like, because I don't really love the format of Twitter, although I love Facebook's format. So I can make my Facebook and then really use my Facebook as my main traffic source. Okay, my home, now Facebook is my home for all my new friends around the country that I've found through interests that I like. So, you know, so that's the power of the internet today. You know, and if people haven't realized that they can use the internet outside of your friend zone, outside of your friends and family, you know, like, because I really do believe and feel that sometimes that we are. Can you come help me, Michael? The dog is making so much noise. You know, that, where was I? Friends and family. I create a whole new friends. I create a whole new network of people that included nobody I knew. And there was something really like beautiful for me in that whole process, because I just got to be me. I didn't have to worry, because that's what I was doing. I was worrying about what people think. I was worrying about if I like this over here, or are they going to judge me if what I say over here. I literally got to just be myself, group of friends, and just a whole new group of people who liked similar things that I do. So that's how I began. That's how you find me here today on Facebook, is that it was the online business world and opportunity that said, hey, social media is now the new way to market. Social media is now the new way to reach people. And so Mike's doing his best to like not be distracting, but he couldn't be more distracting. So yeah, so that's just, you know, I just want to kind of give you that little bit of my background of where Facebook comes in, because I'm telling you right now, I confidently can tell each and every single one of you watching this that I like rock Facebook now. I don't even know how I started doing it, but there is one major component, because I told you that I made Facebook my home. You know, Facebook was my home. I meet people in different avenues of social media, and I bring them to my home, and that's where you can see the real me. You can see what I'm doing every single day. You can see our dogs, my life, the family, you know, all of that stuff in what I do. So now my timeline, I got to kind of talk about my timeline, because now all these cool people that are not as dramatic as, say, some of my family members, or perhaps what I was judging at the time. It's not even fair to say from back then. New friends, they're like me. They like stuff that I like, and they're posting every single day. I go on my news feeds. I get inspiration. I get motivation. I laugh. I cry. I'm like really surrounded now by people who really fulfill my life, and their messages reach me every single day. Just like right now, we all have messages that can reach other people every single day. Sharing yourself is so important. It's so big, and you can do it however you want. So back to what I've been doing. I've been using Facebook as my home, and really was in this little word called the lead. Now, maybe you were like me and you had no idea what a lead is ever. Do you know, I heard the word lead in business. Oh, generate leads in sales. Get your leads in sales. Like, what the heck are these leads? And I still heard that word lead. And, you know, we got into email marketing. I'm like, okay, we pay for leads. This is awesome. We get to buy leads. They're people. Okay, cool. Email marketing is wonderful. Buying traffic is great. We really had a lot of success with email marketing, buying traffic, really doing business, testing out cold market. Fell in love with it. But we realized that there's a lot of pains in that. There's a lot of different things that go on with that, and it's not for your everyday person. At least you can learn it, but it's just, I don't believe it's where you start. is in your Facebook. Where you start is for free. Where you start is implementing the strategies that you learn in order to build up your social media, something that I'm going to be going over with tonight. Back to the lead, the paid people. So now it wasn't until our mentor, Darren Little, said to us, you know, Facebook has these, you can get leads on Facebook. And I'm like, well, all right, how do you get free leads on Facebook? Because now they're free leads. We've been paying for them. So you get free leads on Facebook. I'm going to kind of go show you that right now. I'm going to get into the strategy, kind of show you where I was. Just give me a second here. How's my screen? Michael.
Give me 1 second. You just gotta pull up your other browser. Remember, click off. Yep, good. Now pull it up. You did have it. I'm a little bit delayed. Tap on the browser you want to show and bring it in, drag it into the Yep.
Newbie here. Newbie screen sharing. Don't be scared. Just do it. I don't know what I'm doing.
You didn't do it yet. All right. So you're gonna click the green share button, right?
I already did.
No, okay. Oh, I'm behind you. I gotta come up there and see. Cause I can't. I locked myself.
It says I'm screen sharing.
Yeah. So okay. So you want to click on? I can't. Okay. Click on that.
You know.
There you go. Now they can see your screen. Now you want to just drag this up into alignment with the view. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yep. Drag it up so it's covering the whole screen because it's sharing your whole screen. So drag it over to cover up that bit. Now everyone can see your screen, and when you want to stop, just click down there. So.
Oh, but
yeah,
I was thinking I
weird.
couldn't see.
Guys, when you go, I'm gonna jump in. When you go live on Google Hangouts, you click share screen. Everyone gets lost because it like zooms way out. Sharing it, all you have to do is click on the browser or whatever you want to share and bring that in, just like Michelle did, and it will show it. You're good.
Okay, so
Love this value.
All right, so here I go. What I wanted, I'm gonna kind of go back up. A lead. That was the very first thing. How do you get free leads on Facebook? And then you hear the word unlimited. What do you mean unlimited? We're paying, I can't even tell you for how many clicks of how many tell-yas that we paid for. But all I know is I heard unlimited and free, and that's honestly what I'm teaching you tonight. That's what I'm going over right now with my screen share that's working. Okay, so right here, do you see this right here? These are hearts, likes. These are all the people. I'm going to teach you something right now. So, do you hear that noise? I can go up here, you double tap, and you can, oh, I muted that one. So you double tap and you can mute your tabs. That was the one that was open. That's something I learned recently. Mute that tab, because you ever on a webinar like right now and things are making noise. So all the noises are gone there. So right here, these are all the people who liked and loved, say, this particular post of mine. These right here, these 12 people, 13 people, these are all leads. These are what they call, you know, they're hot leads. They like what I'm showing here. They actually, it changed their state. They probably they clicked play. They watched this interview. They listened to a story. They're literally coming in and having an experience on my wall. And that experience is whatever I'm leaving for them to experience. Here, it's about, you know, this is about someone having a breakthrough. You know, this is a very, you know, for whoever watched this, this could be perhaps the material in this particular video resonated with them. But this is what I'm going to show you. You ever hear of swiping? You know, if you see posts that people are doing on Facebook, you can share it or you could swipe it. And if you're going to swipe, like this was something that I swiped. I didn't share it, I swiped it. It was actually someone who was in a group that said, hey, I'm doing really well on this awesome post. And like, I suggest you guys, you know, if anyone wants to use it, go ahead and use it. But I just thought I'd let you know, Erica, thank you. You're the one who gave this post to me. But I want you to know the power of not only sharing, but liking and saving the posts that you do share, so you can repurpose that content for yourself and for your own words and put it into your own words. I mean, a post like this is just a picture, but how is it that one picture, one post can generate unlimited leads? And this is how I'm gonna, this here. So does your cell phone has a name, okay? Your cell phone has a name. And guess what I found out to know the name of their cell phone? So they've taken their last 3 digits and they have posted it in here. And this is what I kind of want to show you. This is what I'm excited about. See, now remember before I said that people, these tabs that are open always drive me a little crazy. So all these people, so it says there's only 34 people right there that wrote some, that, you know, those would be technical leads, but that, you know, but this post tells me a lot more, because I'm going to show you something else. Right now I'm clicking on all the comments, because here's another thing. If people comment, they're a lead. Stopped to check out something that you had. Why did that do that to me? Okay. You know what? I have it saved right here. So here's this post here. Here are all the comments that I was just trying to pull up. So it says only 34 people said they liked it. Look at this, guys. 232 comments. I don't even know why I bother keep picking through this thing. 63 shares. This is all on one post. One post. Now, when you're coming on here, you know, I have this post. I'm seeing that it's doing really hot. You know, like I call this a hot post. It's got 63 shares, 232 comments. And this isn't really with even me writing back, although I did write some of them, but a lot of them, look at, not really. All these comments, all these leads, 50-something leads of just saying hello. You could just go say hello. So imagine these people right here. They walk into your business. You know, Facebook is our business. These people walk into your store, pretend you own a brick and mortar front door store. All these people just want to come in and look around. They want to see what you have. They just want to see what you offer. That's it. That's what they see when offer. So what else? If you're looking at Facebook like it's your store, so to say, it's you. And I say store very openly. I mean loosely. I don't mean it like it's a store, because it's not. But I want you to pretend you're the owner of it, because you are. And that when people come in, you can bring them through a journey on your wall rather quickly. So back to all those people, you can now go in and say hello, have a little laugh, feel like, hey, you know, your cell phone name is you know, pretty funny. It's a nice icebreaker to just start having a conversation. You know, if somebody walked into your place of business, wouldn't you have a conversation? You know, Facebook on social media, everything about social media says social, social, social. If you're going to go at a nice cocktail party, or, you know, like the hour before a wedding and everybody's, you know, kind of mingling and has, you know, hopefully it's a open bar and you get a free drink or a couple of them going and you're sitting there chit-chatting. What is it that you're talking about with these people? Do you come out and be like, well, I got a deal for you? And you start selling them something that you like, you know, like have in your car or like at home or wherever? No. So you don't do it here. Don't do it in those conversations. Don't do it anywhere. I got a deal for you. Does not work anywhere. Nobody cares about what you're selling. What they care is to know who you are. They want to know that you care about them. They want to have an experience when they come visit you. So what kind of experience do I bring people into my Facebook? So I showed you that post. Look at this. So we're going live in 10 minutes. Here we are. And I showed you that post, and what do I need to do right after that? Well, I'm like, all right, so it's a hot post. I got like 50-something, you know, shares coming in. Well, what happens once things are shared? They think it's a funny post, but they might come on over and look at this post and be like, you know, who's this Michelle Lialdo? And they're gonna click on my name, and maybe, you know, have you ever seen like a funny post and you're like, where did this come from? I want to go check that out. Well, now they're going to come to my wall, my home. They get to have that experience that I provide, that you're going to provide. You know, and the question is, what kind of experience are you providing? You know, and so I wanted to kind of bring you to this post because real connections are important. Having something to talk about and start a conversation is important. So many people don't know how to do that. So many people don't know how to go talk to someone without like you getting excited. Maybe you love your product. You have a product that you love and you're just like, oh, I can't wait to share it. The second you start talking to them, it's like, you know, it's like, what's that term? I can't even think of it, but it's like you just like vomit your deal all over them and they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And they don't want to talk to you. And chances are they'll probably delete you and who knows what else. So I wanted to kind of, so back to what I was saying. So when they're coming in, those people are going to be clicking on, you know, strangers now have access to my life into what I'm offering. Because I've got 63 shares of how many people on those friends list are now commenting on that list. And now perhaps looking, if they're going to come check out what I'm about, well, I've got to really make sure that I'm giving them the things that I want them to see. I'm creating the experience that I want them to have. And when you have a business and you're selling something, you want to make sure you always set your intention and know who it is that you want to sell your product to. Okay. So again, back to that little word leads, you know, here we go. Massive engagement on their Facebook walls and unlimited leads, 50 likes and I'll do a webinar. Well, I have to say that when you go to do something like that, there is a vulnerability. Do you see right here where it says 50 likes? There's a vulnerability in writing that, because what if I didn't get those 50 likes? What if none of you wanted to be on here tonight? What if? Well, would I go in a corner and cry and be all upset? No. And it's a lesson that you have to be really willing to take in the life of business, and that is nobody wanted to see my stuff today. Luckily for me, this wasn't the case. I didn't have that, but I want you to know that it's okay if that stuff happens, that you have to be vulnerable and excited and be confident, because when I put that 50 likes right there, I'm like, I'm confident. I'm confident that people want to see this. And if not, then that's okay too. I'll do this again another day. So here we are. How many people want to get unlimited leads? See, do you want to know why 77 people liked this, left comments on here? It's because they want to know how to get unlimited leads too. Because they're probably chasing their friends and family, and they've hit a wall. They don't know how to get new friends on Facebook, you know, and that's something else I'm going to go, actually, I'll show you here tonight. But they don't know how to do all that stuff. And really, it's important that they do so that they can have the experience that, say, I'm having or that you're having. I get kind of sidetracked there. Oh yeah, they want unlimited leads. It's because they really just don't know. Some people don't know. Like I said, they've gone through their friends and family. Maybe their friends and family are sick of listening to their offer. There's only so much that you can pitch them. Well, it's how do I get my product? How do I really get my product that I love out there? Well, social media is the way. Build audience is the way. But it's not the only way. It's just a strategy that I personally use. A lot of people are having much success in, say, Instagram, Twitter. You know, there's just YouTube. It's huge. YouTube is huge. Facebook, though, and Facebook Live is probably the #1 thing going right now in the marketplace. So I will get to that. I kind of wanted to go show you something else, because I set this up for one of our teammates, Kim, and I wanted to show the team. I said, hey, Kim, I'm going to just go do this little image for you, because this is something that I also like to do. I have a training on this. If you'd like the training on how to like edit images like this, and then also to get the text on there the way I've done here. It's important that you have really colorful pictures and that you use quotes with great text. And again, this is a strategy within itself, but what I did is I said, hey, I want to give this to you. I want you to go put this on your wall, and I want you to see how many free leads you can get with just one picture with words. And what is this? This is about, this is about children, what they teach us, so the people who might like this post could be, this is attracting, I talk about attraction marketing, and I kind of have not brought that up at all, but really this is what's happening. You are attracting people to you. This picture got 122 likes, hearts, tons of messages. And, now as a teammate, Kim is implementing a Facebook strategy. Not only this strategy, but she's actually taking it a step further with where we take our team, which is really like how to talk to people. Like now that you're inside, how is it that you actually talk to the people? Now that you've just kind of, you just had that conversation about maybe your cell phone, or you're having a laugh at the name, and and laughter is super huge, because changing people's state is something that we do, and it's super important because people are already guarded in general. Why are you talking to me? What do you want from me? The second you might inbox someone, people might be thinking that, and maybe you might be thinking that when you go to inbox someone, or like you go to message them back, like, I hope they don't think I'm trying to pitch them something or sell them something. Well, having that mindset, you never want to go into any conversation ever thinking that sort of stuff. You want to think that everybody wants to talk to you, and that they do, but you're going to really find those really important conversations, those heartfelt conversations, the ones that really mean to you. Those people are really going to shine in your life and in your light when you connect with them. And it comes down to, well, what do I say? What do I say when I connect with them? That's the most important piece, changing their state. Again, there's a formula for that. And that's what we teach our personal team. That's just the most important thing that we do in business, is talking to people, because people want to know that you care about them. They want you to get to know them, and this brings me to one of the other biggest strategies that has worked so well. Say Facebook Live, guys, is so powerful. It is the #1 fastest thing. Facebook loves all of its own stuff. They love their they love their live. Now Facebook features a split screen where you can interview people. So now, like, we had an awesome interview last night. Actually, let me just show you this. Actually, let me show you this here, because we did an impromptu interview. Can you shut it down? Interview last night where we were talking to someone. We actually went to our groups, and we're like, you know what, let's just go onto our Facebook wall and do this. Like, let's continue the conversation outside of the group and on our walls. And so that's what we did last night, right? So this was 19 hours ago, and this is the power of video. This is the power of video. We highly, highly recommend video for everything that you do. And why? Check this out. In less than 19 hours, it got 367 views. Can you imagine if 367 people walked into your business today? Just walked in. They walked in, they got to know you. Have you ever walked into a business and you just fall in love with, like, the person behind the counter just because it took 5 minutes maybe to explain something to you over here, or maybe they made your coffee just right, and the whole experience was pleasant? Well, that's exactly what you're doing when you bring people to your wall, even into your Facebook groups, because how you run your group is just as important. Video is so powerful. We cannot emphasize enough on getting on video and what that means to you. So 367 people came in. They watched this interview. They had a feeling. This was an amazing interview if you have not seen it. And look what I did. The only interview any leader needs to see. Do you think I said that with confidence? Like, do you think that maybe some leader is going to be like, oh yeah, really? Let me see about this. And then they're going to click on it, because those words right there, I knew what I was doing when I did that. The only interview any leader will see. Well, first of all, that just screams overconfidence, right? Well, I'm pretty confident about this video. And when that happens, when leaders come watch this, they're going to be like, oh my goodness, like, what is going on? What is going on over here at the Video Matrix? And you know, I'm going to kind of bring you inside a little bit, because the video matrix, if it wasn't for getting on Facebook, if it wasn't for, I don't even know what the heck I was writing. If it wasn't for getting on Facebook 2 years ago, if it wasn't for getting on that, I mean, how could I be sitting here 2 years later doing a webinar? Mike and I have been doing webinars since we started getting on camera, like past that very first, say, like 90 days of doing video. That's the very first challenge I went through, was 90 days of video, which is what we're doing. Where's the webinar? I don't know, Billy. I'll get you the replay though. And where was I? I don't know where I was. I get sidetracked. But I was talking about the video matrix. So how could I even be here? You know, if it was the 90 days of video that really got Mike and I into a video momentum, you know, it's been everything that we've done in our business has been about video, incorporating video, and has had everything to do with video, so much that when you dive into your passion, when you have a vision, when you live in a space of just living a dream, living in your dream, standing in your truth, and then implementing a strategy that you struggled with at the beginning, because honestly, video was something that I struggled with. I struggled so hard. I cried, I sweat, and you know, to this very day, I still get nervous in front of the camera. But here I am tonight doing my very first webinar. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's already been on here as long as you have, and for watching the replay, and just for supporting me, because I think it's super important that we all support each other and that we help each other out, especially when it comes to doing things like video, which is what I think is probably, again, back to the #1 strategy happening right now is video. You know, Mike and I, we've created the video matrix, and that's not it either. This isn't it. Mike laughs at me because I do a lot of my Facebook stuff on my phone, believe it or not. And so, again, here's our group. I keep going into, oh, am I in the right one? No. Anyhow. Give me a moment here. Okay, if you ever need to just, when you're doing this stuff. See, there it is. I'm just so nervous. I'm just like looking everywhere instead of where I need to find it. Oh, whatever. Forget it. So, here it is, the video matrix. I'm going to just stop sharing my screen here. Did I stop sharing my screen? Yes. Can't even see myself. So I really just want to say thank you for just watching that. I'm going to dare to be better every single time I decide to do one of these webinars. And webinars, back to video, webinars are something that you want to be doing every single week. If you are in business, this is the best way right now, through video. Granted, I'm on YouTube talking about Facebook, and really it's about letting you know that bringing people together every single week for a purpose that you're passionate about is powerful. If you've got like some amazing product that you love, you can actually learn strategies. You know, the Facebook posts that I was just showing you, there's certain attraction marketing. I should have gone down my post, but there's certain posts where you can have personal development. Someone likes a personal development post. Well, remember the leads that I showed you, all those likes? Well, you can go, there's someone who's into personal development. They actually like it. Not everybody likes personal development, but when personal development comes into your life, it comes into your life at that like right time. You know, it's like that right time where you're seeking out the answer, you're seeking out the solution to your own problem. And you might start looking online, where you start just Googling, how can I help myself? How to fix this problem I'm having? And when you can be the person that starts answering people's problems, everything in your life changes. When you can actually become the solution to whatever it is that you're selling, you've got to find why it is that people need your product and talk to that. Talk to that piece. You know, I come to you and talk to you tonight about Facebook leads. Why? Because we know what it's like not only to generate leads. You know, I used to be in real estate, and the very first thing real estate says to do is drum up a list of your friends and family. And you get so excited, you're like, I'm going to list everybody I know. Maybe you know that. Maybe you've done that. You're like so excited, and you're in real estate. They like give you all these free stamps. So then I'm like, I get to mail my family and friends everything, tons of stuff every week. Yay! And I laugh because it just was the beginning. You know, we have to learn mistakes in order to know what's right. We have to learn what a lead is to even know how to start to run a business. You know, so when I laugh about not even knowing what a lead is, and when I say it took me a long time to actually figure that out, which is okay. It's okay if things take you a little while to figure out, because it just means you weren't listening or you weren't ready to hear, one of the two. And once you're ready to hear, you start implementing. When personal development comes into your life, it's like you start implementing right away. Maybe you start reading a little more every day. Maybe you start going online to an inspirational site. Maybe you start posting, you know, your own inspirational post because you're feeling inspired. People need more inspiration. People need more people to bring them through a good feeling on their wall. Make them go through all sorts of emotions. Do you know that people can, do you know, I can actually, those people that I was telling you about, the ones that you go right, the ones you're going to go have a conversation with, do you know that they're already been on your wall so much that they've seen all your content? They've seen the goofy videos on the beach. They've seen us with their dogs. They've seen us, you know, whole team hangouts. They've seen funny pictures. They've seen goofy pictures. They've maybe even watched me cry in a video. They've gone through my wall. And they watch me every day, and they never say anything. Maybe they never do. And the one day that I like it and I go talk to them is the one day that they knew everything about me already, were really excited to hear about me. But then that happens to be that one day that they really needed to hear from me. Maybe they had a bigger problem going on in their life, and they needed to like just talk to someone, or just at that moment where you're implementing your strategy and you go in and you say hello. And they're there saying like, you know, it was really great that you reached out to me today. You've really made my day. It's the power of the connection. It's the power of real relationships. It's the power of being passionate about what you do, being passionate about people. I love people so much. I keep looking at my hair. I don't know why. That's what you do when you're on a webinar, I guess. You know, I love people so much that I want them to have the best experience when they're in my presence, always. Some days, you know, it doesn't always work out like that, but I'm not going to beat myself up over beating myself up, so to say. And I encourage you not to beat yourself up over beating yourself up. I encourage you to start liking posts. I encourage you, I got to go back. This is a really important thing I missed out. And let's see if I can share this right this time. See if Mike taught me what I needed to do. Oh, you think I'd learn? Never mind. I'll just stop that. But what I wanted to say, I'll kind of just teach you the lesson that I learned, is that when you make a post and people comment on your post, people are like, awesome, you know, awesome video, you know, I really love this, or they respond, maybe they're answering what their cell phone name is. And I always think that the best etiquette that you could do is to make sure that you always go and like every single one of those comments. Me personally, I like to go in and touch on everyone's comments. The phone one, I didn't do it all because it was people's phones names. Some things I just thought were just too funny. But normally, and if you've already been on my Facebook wall, you pretty much have seen me do this. I do my best to make sure that I respond to every message that comes in. And not only my inbox, but on my wall. If someone says like, oh, you know, like this video made me laugh, like you can put an emoji. You've got to put something there. You can put like a little dancing person, something that creates a feeling, just so that you acknowledge the person that acknowledged you. I once learned it as like a handshake. So you make a post someone comes in and writes something in your comments, it's almost like someone puts their hand out and say, oh my God, that was a great job. And if you don't at least like that post back or anything, well, you can start losing your leads, if that makes sense. The people who are watching you, they don't even want to comment anymore. They actually do subconsciously and probably consciously maybe see and realize that you're not responding back. Sure, will they still come and watch? Yeah, but when it comes down to it, they're going to remember your response time. They're going to remember, all those little things that you responded back. Those mean something. I personally think they mean a lot. Some people, when Mike and I talk about stuff, all of a sudden I'll come across one of Mike's posts, he'll tag me in. If he tagged me in his post, I'll respond to some, but I like to think he's responsible for all of his responses. And I'll go to his post, and I'm like, oh my God, listen back, and you didn't respond to this person. But again, that's where we do things differently. That's just part of what I do. You might have people say, I don't have the time to do that. At least like that stuff, guys. I understand how that can go. At least like those things. Be present in people's lives. Entertain people. Don't be afraid to be yourself. The video matrix, that's something that we have in our long journey of our long history of no Facebook to being on Facebook to getting ourselves in front of the camera because we were told, like I'm telling you right now, you need to be doing video. You need to be implementing the strategy of video, implementing Facebook Live specifically, and even stuff like right now, Google Hangouts is now YouTube, but YouTube is huge. And, you can take your Facebook Lives and put them on your YouTube wall. Or your YouTube page. What are the chances of that? How exciting is that? So it doesn't always end with Facebook. It doesn't always end with YouTube, because the constantly intertwining, people posting links on Facebook, which by the way, Facebook doesn't like. Facebook loves its own stuff. Remember I was saying that. So once you do Facebook Live, if you go Facebook Live, okay, you go Facebook Live, that's going to come up in the news feed everywhere that you're live. And not only will it's going to stay there at the top of people's notifications that you went live, because Facebook wants you to know someone's using my product, go watch it. So they're going to make sure your live video gets seen before everything. And that is so powerful, because when you understand Facebook algorithms, which I didn't even touch upon, Facebook algorithms are so important because we're talking about posts. We're talking about the experience you're bringing someone to your business, your wall, or just your Facebook, however. You're bringing people into the experience of you. How are you portraying that? How are you, are you changing people's state? Are you just posting the same post after post? The same, even if it came to video, if someone went to my wall and it's just all video, well, they're going to get bored quick. What if they don't like video? What if they don't want to watch video? What if they want to be entertained differently? People are all on social media for different reasons, which is why it's so important to really, make posts about, family, make posts about vacation. Lifestyle is so important. If you've got kids or dogs, it's really important that you share that experience with your people, because why else wouldn't you? Why else are you not sharing your experience? Because if you're not sharing your experience, then it could tell me that maybe you were once like me, that maybe you didn't want people to be in part of your life. Maybe you only had your friends and family. Maybe you didn't know how to expand or broaden yourself. But when you don't know how to do it, you're kind of literally like this. It's like you don't know where to go. And it's not until you just start to expand reach that you end up thinking why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I get into online business sooner? Why didn't I start using Facebook, differently? Why, all these whys, why now? But really, the time is now. The time is now. Video is right now. Facebook Live is what we use, our #1 strategy that we are teaching people right now. The Video Matrix, you know, we just got an awesome webinar right before this one about the Video Matrix. Everyone who's on here right now, I know you know what the Video Matrix is by now because it's been the 90-day video challenge, and it is everybody using video. And so when you have everybody using video on Facebook, so everybody's using Facebook Lives, uploading to Facebook groups, people are in and out of your groups, leaving comments, everything's coming back to you. So what happens? Facebook's like, yeah, they know what they're doing. We're going to up their content. We're going to start having their content go more, circulate more. Started talking about the algorithm. Algorithms, if you are not commenting on people's stuff, if you are not inboxing people directly, Facebook wants you to be social. So I know that when I go to your Facebook page, I can sometimes usually tell if you're being social or not, because if you've got a lot of friends, I want you to hear me on this one, if you have a lot of friends and little engagement, something is wrong. And that something is wrong is either you are either not posting enough, you're not connecting enough, you're not communicating enough, or you don't have the right target audience. You haven't really connected with the people that you were meant to connect with. You know, there's nothing like, you know, if you being on Facebook and let's just say you're a meat eater, you love meat and you sell meat, you're not going to have a Facebook, all your Facebook friends be vegetarians, or guess what? It's going to be crickets on your wall. So you really can start telling who you're connecting with. Are you connecting with the right people simply by the engagement that you get on your Facebook? Simply by having people share your stuff. And once people share your stuff, you have, it's just unlimited leads is because you have the unlimited capability of taking this strategy, implementing it every day, talking to people, and using a formula that you know how to actually talk to them correctly. You know, I'm going to leave this webinar with saying thank you. I'm not going to sell you anything. This is my first webinar. Like, I'm not going to be pulling out slides. I'm not doing slides in my first webinar. I could, but I'm not going to. Maybe some people only want to do slides, and that's fine. I'm not the slide girl. But I will tell you this. What's happening over in the Video Matrix is so powerful. We're teaching people to utilize Facebook and video into a group, into a strategy that works. And so I'm going to leave you with, I highly recommend that you join the Facebook group, The Video Matrix, because not only is it going to give you the idea, like I am tonight, to start implementing video as your strategy and for your Facebook wall. Start using Facebook Live for your business. Start using Facebook Live for your personal life. Just use Facebook Live anywhere you go. People love watching people. People love watching people. I mean, how many people go and watch hours of TV a day? What are they doing? They're watching people. We are living in a reality TV show every day, and you get to create your own reality. Your wall is for you not to be judged, but for you to create. And if you think you're being judged, who cares? There are going to be people who are just like you that want to be often immersed into your content, and there's going to be people that don't, and it's okay. You just have to always be okay with things being black and white. People are going to like you, or people are going to hate you. They're going to like your content, or they're not going to like your content. They're going to think you're funny, or they're going to think you're annoying. What are you going to do? You can't make everybody happy. But you can learn to attract the right people and have the right conversations with the people who are interested in you. Like all those leads I was showing you, people are interested in your content. Go say hello. If you go on your Facebook wall and there's names, your Facebook friends, and there's people you have not seen on there, go say hello. But what was I going to say? They're not seeing your stuff, but test this. I'm going to give you guys a little test. Go on your Facebook friends. Go like all the way to the bottom. Go really far down to a name you haven't seen. Go in there. Say hello to them. Go on their wall. Like something of theirs. Like maybe a few things. Leave a comment. Because guess what's going to happen next? I want you to watch out what will happen tomorrow. All of a sudden, that person's going to show up in your newsfeed. You haven't seen them in maybe all your time in Facebook. And that is how the Facebook algorithm works. So it's super important. This is what I'm going to leave you with. It's super important that you are connecting every day with 25 to 50 people. Just said it, 25 to 50 people. All those people that like your stuff, go say hi to them. 25 to 50 of them. Not all of them are going to want to talk to you, but you are going to get the ones that already know you, that are going to want to talk to you. You just have to see what's up, see if they need what you have, but know that there's a formula and there's a way to actually properly communicate with them. It's something we teach in the video matrix, and that's where I'm going to leave with you tonight. So wherever, click a link somewhere on this page, down below. Mike says down below. Click the link down below. Join the video matrix. See what we're all about. Come watch some really inspiring videos. You know, the video matrix is just where we pool everybody who may want to do video, who just likes personal development, who likes us. This is where we put our people, and then our video groups who want to do video. They're in another private group, in their own private safe haven, doing videos, being vulnerable, bearing their naked souls, and sharing themselves with each other. And that only happens in that small group. Once you become part of the group, see what's going on, stay a while, become a friend, become a fan, hang out, really like what's going on there, so that you can gain the confidence that you need to start pressing that Facebook Live button, creating your own content, and start building unlimited leads for yourself. But you can do that today. You can do that without video. You can do it with all kinds of different strategies that you can use on Facebook, like I shared with you tonight. People want to be entertained. People want to have feelings, and you need to always be aware of the intention you create before you post. I always say, before, I'm going to leave you with this. I'm starting to sound like my mom, because my mom will be like, Mom, I got to go. And she's like, okay, but one more thing. I'm like, okay, Mom, I'll listen. I'm like, all right, Mom, I really got to go. She's like, okay, honey, I love you. But, oh, did you talk to your brother? And I'm like, oh my God, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to say goodbye. But I'm like my mom. Join the Facebook group below. This is my first. It's not my last. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for each and every single one of you being here tonight to learn what I just taught, and to support me, and just to be the person that wants to take that next step in your life by being present for others, but also wanting to learn and implement at the same time. Love you all. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon. See you in the video matrix.